What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today I've got an update to our home theater PC gaming console. First thing you'll notice here is where's the PC at? It was down there in the middle. We had our nice tiny Fractal Node 202 that we've had for a couple of months, and it's gone. I've replaced it, or replaced the case anyway. So here we're going to press the easy button. As you can see here, I've wired this easy button directly into the motherboard for the new home theater PC, and it redirects all the LEDs to this button. And there's no visible PC anywhere. But I assure you there is one there. It's tucked away behind the TV to where you can't see it. It creates a really nice effect here. In addition, I've added a bunch of other I/O components here that you can see underneath the TV. And right now we fired up the PC, and as usual, it's kicking off the media center for us automatically. We're just going to take a look at some of the other I/O devices I've got plugged in here by the TV. So we saw the easy button, and next to that we've got the remote IR, and then we've got the Nintendo Wii, and then we've got the wireless keyboard mouse receiver, and we've got this interesting toggle button here. So this is a really neat thing that I spent a lot of time thinking about. So here I've pulled the TV off to the side so you can kind of see the PC behind the TV. And that's a little micro ATX Rosewill Neutron. And here I'm going to show this toggle button here. So we're going to flip this toggle button, and then we kick into overdrive there. So I'll explain to you why I've set things up this way here in a minute, but that's more or less what the home theater looks like now. We've went ahead and got rid of that Rosewill and switched over to this Neutron. And you see there we flip the toggle off and we go back to silent mode, and now we're back in silent mode. So you're probably wondering why I got rid of the Node 202. Well, if you remember when we started this project back in the spring, one of my goals was creating a no compromises gaming PC in the living room. And as it turns out, over time, I ended up having to make an awful lot of compromises. Starting first with that hard drive, not being able to get a full-size drive in there. Then I was able to get 2 fans, but that's all I could get was 2 fans. And really, it came down to a couple of really key factors for me. I put a GTX 970 into this PC, and that's too much. When I was playing games like The Witcher or Rise of the Tomb Raider or Fallout 4, games like that, the GPU would get so hot that it would spin those fans on the GPU up to 100%, and it was loud. I mean, it was insanely loud. So at the end of the day, it just made a lot more sense rather than downgrading to like a GTX 1050 or a lesser graphics card. It just made a lot more sense to me to just swap out the case for a bigger case that could support more fans. So long story short, I ended up putting a Corsair H105 water cooler system to cool the CPU, and then I've got actually 6 case fans in total. So I've got the water cooler has 2 intake fans coming in from the top. Then I've got 2 fans coming in from the front. I've got a single fan exhausting out the rear and a fan exhausting out the bottom. So what I've ended up doing here is I created this silent mode sort of scenario with that toggle switch. So the way this works is most of the time we're just watching TV or movies or listening to music or doing things other than playing games. So for those sorts of times, I just flip this toggle switch and that turns off the 2 front intake fans and the bottom exhaust fan. And then when it's time to play games, I just flip that toggle switch back on and it gets those 2 front intakes and that bottom exhaust going. So I've got 6 fans total. Got 2 fans on the top bringing air in over the radiator, 2 fans bringing air in from the front, and then got the fan exhausting out the rear and the fan exhausting out the bottom. So that, with all those fans running, the system actually still seems quieter than that Fractal Node 202 with just the 2 intake fans, because the GPU is not having to spin its cooler up to 100%. So this is the new system for Q1 2017. All the details about the parts that I put in this system are in the PC part picker page for the build, which you can see in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll talk to you later.